For around 2,000 years, Ramesses II has been called the Pharaoh of the Exodus. However, we've been researching the mystery of the Exodus, and we have a suspicion that something is wrong with identifying Ramesses II as the Exodus Pharaoh. Today, we will begin to enter the temples of Ramesses II, searching for the clues to uncover the truth.
The very impressive view here is Simbel, 4 statues of Ramesses II. 33 metres high, I believe it's 38 metres wide. Oh, this is one of the best places we've seen in terms of the depth of the engravings, the richness. You see Ramesses II defeating his enemies.
Bow before your God.
Ramesses was a great builder, but we didn't find any evidence here that links him to the Exodus. So we headed onwards, looking to discover more about his war with the Hittites, which this temple mentions. With an old picture and a map, we left for an ancient temple to learn more about Ramesses II. This whole court here was decorated by Ramesses II. Ramesses II built 134 columns in this great hall. But who did the labour? These columns are the work of skilled men, but who did the manual labour? We know today that the Egyptians used mud brick to help build these structures because some of these rams were left behind, and the Bible specifically mentions that the Hebrews made mud bricks. So, is this the work of the Hebrews? However, the more we looked for the Hebrews in the reign of Ramesses, the less we could find. Yet we did learn more about the wars of Ramesses. Now the Hittites are mentioned on the wall just over here, and this is Ramesses II treaty with the Hittites. This is it here. Right now we're driving through the area which has been located as Ramesses. We've been searching to find if Ramesses II is the Pharaoh of the Exodus, but we haven't found any evidence to support this view. Also, if we take the biblical timeline literally, he would have lived around 200 years after the Exodus account. If this is the case, why then has he been identified as the Pharaoh of the Exodus? As we searched history, we learned that people identified Ramesses II as the Pharaoh of the Exodus based upon the Bible's use of the name Ramesses. But the name Ramesses was in use long before Ramesses II, and the Bible itself called the land of Goshen the land of Ramesses in the time of Joseph. This shows that the author of these passages in the Bible was identifying the ancient land in which the Hebrews lived with the modern name. In the book of Genesis, the Bible does the same thing, but at that time it gave both the old traditional name of the site and the new name. Therefore, instead of the Bible identifying Ramesses II as the Pharaoh of the Exodus, it is simply using the modern name of the area to identify the land in which the Hebrews once lived. If this theory is correct, then there should be evidence for the presence of Semitic people in the area of Ramesses long before the time of Ramesses II. Then, when we compared notes and maps, we discovered one amazing thing. Ramesses was built in the exact same area where Avaris once stood. In fact, the large city of Ramesses was built on top of the ruins of the old city of Avaris. And Avaris is the spot where we've already found evidence for the presence of Semitic people. The first reference to ancient Israel in Egypt is found after the time of Ramesses II. This is one of the reasons why Ramesses II has often been identified as the Pharaoh of the Exodus. But our research has shown that the Bible places the Exodus hundreds of years before Ramesses II lived. Therefore, we are heading south now in search for the evidence that will lead us to find the name of the man who refused to let God's people go, the real Pharaoh of the Exodus. Yours sincerely, Paul and Mathew.